Okay, so this question is the higher level 2015 question 5. Okay, the transformations. Okay, so the logo for a fitness club is based on a square grid as shown. Okay, so it's a square grid. And the logo is subject to transformations in the following order. Axis symmetry. Okay, so it's 1. Central symmetry, 2. Translation is 3. And rotation is 4. P1, P2, P3, and P4 are shown the positions of point P under each of these transformations. Okay, so they're asking for axis symmetry first. P1. Okay, so P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay, then we're going from P1 to P2 via central symmetry, P2 to P3 via translation, and P4 then is rotation. Okay, so the logo itself, based on a square grid, 33 grids, so they're 10 mil grids, or 10 mil squares, 4 high, 3 across, and our center point is, so the radius of the head is 10 as well. So the logo itself is actually very straightforward. So we need to get a few points on that, and all the measurements here are for our points. So we'll do part A of the question, which is draw the given figure. Okay, so just looking at the question, our first one is working, is P1 is below the figure, P2 is below, P3, P4 is below it, P3 is slightly above it. Okay, so we want to come down 40, I'm going to come down 100, okay, for my P line. Okay, so I'm going to do a grade 40 high, high, 30, and mark off my 10s as I go down. Okay, and then up. Across. Okay, so set my radius at 10. You can draw the head. Okay, so that's P. Okay, then we label this point A. I'm going to go B. I'm going to C and D. Okay, I'm also going to go, and because it's a grid, I'm going to start from A and I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just so it's easy to see what direction my lines are going. So if we look back at the question, right, you can label this A, B, C, and D. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Okay, so if I look at A here, it's going up to 2, 1. Okay, so I get 2, 1 here. Here, I can join A up to that. Okay, and P comes straight up for 1, up to column 1, and comes up here. Okay, goes diagonal for 1, to be 45 degrees, 10 mil squares, 45, and 45. Okay, from the top, from his hip here, say, down to his foot, which is 1. So it goes from 2, 2, 2, down to 0, 1. Okay, and then his shoulders and neck go straight up. Deletes there and there. Okay, so we have our figure drawn. Right, so it's always helpful to label. Okay, always very helpful. Don't be afraid, you can never label enough. Okay, so we have our figure. Right, so what we want to find is our points. So P1, first of all, they tell us to come out 15 from P. So I'm going to use this AP line as my guideline for the measurements. Okay, so the first one is out 15. Okay, and it's down 40. Okay, so this is P1. Okay, P2 is over 100. It's over 100, and it is down 40 plus 30 equals 70. It's down 70. So that is P2. Now, so P3 is above our AP axis, and so it's up 20 and it's over 85. So over 85, and we're coming up 20. Okay, so that is up 20 over 85, which is P3. P3, and our final one is P4, so it's out another 20. Out another 20, and it's on the same axis as P2, which is down 70. Okay, and this is P4. Okay, so we have all our points. Now let's just go through our transformations again. So we're going from, it's, once again I've just cut out this little prop. It's handy if you can visualize it first, it'll be easier to draw it. So our first one this time is axis symmetry to P1. Okay, so we need to find a line of axis. So join P to P1. Okay, we need to find our line of axis through that. So divide the line, set the compass anywhere greater than halfway, draw an arc, set it on P, intersect, and intersect. Yep. And join them up. And that gives us our line of axis. Line of axis. Okay, so for the first one, it's going to be axis symmetry. So it's going to be mirror image through our line of axis. So it's going to be our P goes to P1. It's flipped over. Okay, so our answer will be looking like so. Okay, so it's going from P1 to P2 via central symmetry. So once again, we need a point of symmetry. So we can join P1 to P2. Okay, same process as getting our line of axis. Set your compass anyway past halfway. Draw an arc onto P1. Then do them up. We only need a point this time, so I'll just where the two of them intersect the line. P1 and P2. That should give us our point of symmetry. We'll call POS point of symmetry. Okay. So we're going from our axial symmetry then we go through our point of symmetry down to P2. Okay, so that is where come up, go from there, flipped over, and flipped over. Okay, so it's like a double axis symmetry. So that's the solution should end up something thinking about there. Okay, so then it goes from there up to translation, which is get our line of translation, which is P2 to P3. Okay, so we there, and up there. And that is our third transformation, which is translation. And then the last one will be rotating clockwise at 120 degrees. Okay, so if you go, if that's PA, okay, that's a line there, so we'll be going clockwise that way, 120 degrees. Okay, so P4, I should end up somewhere like that. Okay, so visually, that's what I'll be aiming for. Okay, so let's start with our axial symmetry. Okay, so I have my line of axis. So we'll bring our points through. Right, with the direction. So I'm going through A, B, C, and D. Okay, point to the compass goes on our line of axis. We've already got P and P1, so I'm going to get A. A, okay. I'm going to get B. B. I'm going to get C. C, I'm going to get D. Okay. So I can start marking them off there now. So I'm going to call it A1, B1, P1, D1, and C1. Okay. So P goes to D. Always go back to your original. See the points. P goes to D, D goes to B, B goes to A goes to P. So A and P. Do that. P goes to D. D goes to B through C. And A goes to B. Okay, I'm going to mark off my grids, my tens. Okay, I'm going to mark off this way, 10, 10. Okay, so back to my original one, I was working from A to B. Okay, in between them I had 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do it here as well, A to B, so that's 1, 2, 3. And A to P, I had 1 and 2. Okay, so I know the head of my figure is on C, point to the compass goes on C. Okay, that much done. Right, so I know his front leg goes up 1 square from P, heading towards D. Let's do that. Okay, it then goes diagonally, then it goes up 1 towards the head. Okay, the back of his neck goes down 2. Okay, and then that point goes all the way back to A. Okay, and then we look at 1, 2. Okay, and that heads back for a diagonal. 2 is up. Okay, and we are 1 is heading for this hip and stops there. Okay, so with the help of the labels, I got my man in axial symmetry. Now, so the next one is central symmetry. So earlier in the drawing we got our point of symmetry, which is halfway between P1 and P2. So just double check it, it's working out about 52, 52, yeah. Okay, so we're going to get the grid first of all again. So we've got P2, so I'm going to get A2. A1 goes through POS. Okay, point the compass on my point of symmetry, back onto A1. Swing your arc. That now gives us A2. Okay, B2 now goes through point the compass on POS, mark off B1, that gives us B2. Okay, D1 through a point of symmetry. Point the compass here, and D1. You can mark that off. And that's D2. And C2. It goes through a point of symmetry. And that is C2. Okay. So A goes to P, P goes to D, D goes to B, and B goes back to A. So we can do that here again. They're all working out. A to P, P up to D, A to B, and B back to D through C. Okay, so mark off our grid. Okay, light lines for the grid. Okay, so I'm going to start with the head again. I know where C is. Okay, and so. Okay, so I can start putting it in here. I know the back of the neck comes down too. Okay, the front comes down one. Okay, and the back goes back down to A2. Okay, goes up one here, up one, tries up to here, 45, tries up to here, diagonal, A2 then ends for there. And that is our logo via central symmetry. So we've gone from axial symmetry, which is a mirror reflection through our line of axis. Okay, then we've gone central symmetry, and we have flipped it over and flipped it over down to here. Okay, and now we're going translation. Okay, so we have our line of translation P2. It's the same orientation. The man doesn't move or flip over or anything. It's just a new point in the page. So it's up along our line of translation, and it should come up here. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so I have my so A and P should be on the same, and D and B should be on the same, and C. Okay, we open the page with it. Okay, let's try that. Right, get the distance between P2 and P3. Okay, compass stays at that distance. Double check it there. Okay, so we can mark off A3, D3, C3, and B3. Okay, so that is A3, B3, okay, B3, A goes to B, D goes to P, here across our grid to get our many. Okay, so once again, point of the compass goes on C for the head. Okay, so it's the exact same as what we have here. The back of the neck comes down 2. Okay, chest down 1. Okay, it goes to A3. A3 and down 45. Down 45. His leg goes down 1. Down 1. And A3 answer okay, so 2, 3, 1, 2. Right, so that is our man in translation. Now, so what we need to do is rotate him at 120 degrees. Okay, so you can imagine we're bringing the man down here. We've joined P2 or P3 to P4 first of all. Okay, so we're bringing him down along here, and then we're rotating him 120 degrees. Okay, so we need to find 120 degrees. So we're going clockwise. So 120 degrees back here. Okay, so the theory behind it is okay, so 20 degrees. So you can see these lines up here. Okay, so any given triangle, there is 180 degrees in it. Okay, so we want to rotate our man. Going out off the page a bit, are we? We want to rotate him. That's it. Okay, there's the 120 degrees. Okay, so 120 degrees away from 180 leaves 60. Okay, so each of these angles is 30 degrees. Okay, so we're working, our man is going clockwise, so we're going this direction. So we need to come back from point P3, 30 degrees, and P4 at 30 degrees. Okay, we have our 60-30 set square, but it's not always going to work out at 30 degrees, so it's good to get in the habit of using the protractor. Okay, 30 degrees. And put it around P4. Right, that's 30 degrees. Okay, so I know in here is 120 degrees. So that's my point of rotation, which I'm going to call that right now. Okay, P-O-R. So all my points from my last drawing are going to go to there, point my rotation, and come out at 120 degrees. Okay, so we've done that with P3. We're gone and we rotated 120 degrees to get P4. Okay, so let's go with the rest of them. So I'm going to bring in A3 into my point of rotation. Okay, I'll put my protractor on it. Okay, I'll find 120 degrees. It's my angle. Okay, I need to get the distance from my point of rotation to A3. Back it off down here, and that now gives me A4. Okay, B3 into my point of rotation. To my point of rotation, B3 to my point of rotation. Set the protractor on it, put the bullseye on the point of rotation, and follow it around to 120 degrees, which is here. Yes, that's giving me the angle. Okay, I now need to set my distance. B3. Okay, rotate it. That is now B4. Now C3 into my point of rotation. protractor on it, that line, and we bring it around 120 degrees there. Okay. We need to get the distance. Point the compass on my POR, or point rotation. Let's get C, and let's mark that off. Okay. That is C3. And the last one is D3. Okay. Do my point rotation. Follow it around 120. Okay, bring it back out here. And get the distance. D3 and mark it off. D3. Right on. So, once again, if we go back to our original, we'll see that A goes to P, which it does here. A goes to P. And P goes to D. Okay. D goes to B4, D4, B4, and B4 goes to A4. Okay, bring down my 10 lines to make the grid. Okay, and for our last grand finale, point the compass on C4. Okay, that should be 4. C4, C4. So, looking at the original one, it goes down the back of the neck at C, goes down 2. Okay, then it goes from there down to A, so that way 4. P goes up 1 grid, 2 grids, goes to 45. And that is question 5, 2015 higher level finished. So, once again, we're into axis symmetry. Okay, central symmetry, translation, and then we went from translation to rotation at 120 degrees. That is finished.